Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out because well, only because I mean that's going on in. Well, no, I mean you sort of signaled that the indication was pay attention to this, and then it was like what they said was something that it could be what I included in the video that you don't want there. The whole thing that not I took it down because but like remember I don't but I mean you directed me to think about something called a Charlotte's Law, and I thought you wanted me to, of course, use this like to raise awareness about that. It could be what I included in the video that was not something you want included. I mean, it's something that one of the senators from California, is taking seriously, but is not being. I thought the indication was it's not being taken. It's not the federal government it wasn't isn't like listening. It's just like in one place that law is being taken seriously. It just had to do with something that was like I mean they don't police. I mean they don't take the Senate or the Congress as a whole look like wasn't taking an interest. It's just something like in this state like they're taking an interest. And it was about one of these sites like where they're posting up pictures of like the title of the site was like revenge porn and like high school or college kids like who like had like a want to get back at their ex-girlfriend could like you know send this website a picture taken like in private that was meant to be private like like the girl their clothes off or something and they're putting there's a website that will put them up as it's called revenge porn like put up a naked picture of a young girl like who some young guy is mad at because they broke up. You get a website full of like nude pictures of the girl didn't consent to, but they're also young, so that's the kind of thing that would cause like a young girl to commit suicide or something. But it looked like this Charlotte's Law is not being taken seriously by the Congress and Senate as a whole. It's just like here that like there's action on it, and what this pain. I don't know. I thought the indication was you wanted to raise awareness about that. And what I said was that there is this thing that it's done by different groups and it's the right thing to do. Like, which is the one example I always use is that guy that founded that crazy racist church we always talk about. Like, with what like certain like political action groups do is they tie them up with so many lawsuits and so many things that eventually like they just have to stop their activities. But it's a way of targeting groups or people who are doing something that like you want stopped. So you make their lives difficult with lawsuits and stuff like that. In the case of the guy who was trying to start that crazy church, like he eventually just blew his brains out because his whole life was tied up with lawsuits. And you'd like to see that kind of thing happen to like they interviewed the guy. He's like, yeah, I'm not responsible. Like people send me these pictures. I just put it up. I made a website. I'm not responsible. So the thing is that what we said was to make it aware that that's the kind of thing the you want. What she said is that there's a problem. There's trouble bringing. It's difficult to bring civil lawsuits against them because of the cost of doing that, and because it's hard. It's difficult to bring a civil lawsuit. And I just added in the fact that like that should be something taken up by like the Congress as a whole, because if you can make it so that persons like that who would run a website like that are inundated with lawsuits and their lives become so difficult that they just have to stop what they're doing. But she was saying it's very hard to took away from what she was saying is it's very hard for individual families to bring a civil suit, partly because of the cost of doing it, but partly because like it doesn't seem to stop them. They mean stop people from running the website. So raise awareness. I thought you want me to, like, whoever sees this, raise awareness for this thing called Charlotte's Law, and see if, because it can't be just up to the families to try to take a lawsuit. It has to be taken seriously by, the political class, and to do that any time, and to take it seriously, but also that any any website like that, that the person who's running it gets targeted in a way that would just stop them from doing what they're doing. And I said that would be the kind of thing you'd want the political class to take up. It can't be the responsibility of just like a parents of a young woman or something, because it's not working, is what the woman said, to do that. I could look up more about what Charlotte's Law is, but the indication was that's something that you wanted to put in a video. But it may be that I included, other information about stuff that had been done to stop people like that, and that was like radical in nature, and you wouldn't want to encourage that kind of thing. The people who went, the women who went to jail in Canada for doing something that was like outside the law, like, you wouldn't want that in a video. That would be my guess. It's hard to guess that you don't want any video made, particularly when it was sort of signaled to pay attention to that, and also that it doesn't seem to be something that you would object to, like you guys. Why wouldn't you? But maybe that's that. It's called Charlotte's Law. It's being taken seriously here, but well, everything we just said, I don't know. That's what I thought you were trying to tell me.